Hello.
I hope you can hear us. The music's not too loud. Get close to the mic, Dave.
Hello.
Too close, too close.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Let's get more energetic. Ooh, come on.
Oh.
Music's not playing. There we go, right. How's it going? Well, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to this. Will be the third Fortress Challenge ever. Yes, it will, Susney. This will be, I think it's the fourth week we've tried doing this. The third week we've shown entries.
I think.
Yeah. But anyway, welcome to the stream. So as you can see, and yeah, yes, it's the Fortress Challenge. So me and Dave, this is Dave.
Hello.
Are going to be doing the. We're going to be finishing, not finishing off. We're going to be continuing the. Oh no, I've done that wrong. It needs to be. It's not there. Yeah. So we're just going to crack on with it. There's nothing really to report. What news have we got, Dave?
I mean, do you know how far we are through the Fortress Challenge? How many more episodes do we have?
We might even be halfway through.
Wow. Lots and lots of entries.
So hopefully we can wrap through them all. Get through a fair chunk of them today.
Okay.
ETA for the map. Yeah, good question, Charmoney. So that's what I was going to come on to. So we showcased last week the new map system. If you've missed that, go check out last week's stream, either on Twitch or on our YouTube channel. But yeah, there's a new map, so you can basically have a map.
Yeah.
That's due to release in. It's going to be the next Unstable, which is due to release.
I should have prepped some dates.
Monday. Should
Monday,
be next week, probably.
Yeah.
Sometime next week. I need to not bring my phone into the stream. It's a different thing, and I hide it in the corner. Sorry. Yeah. So they've just deeply does it. Next week, next Monday, sometime early next week, will be the map. The map in Unstable. So you can all play around with the new map and the new blocks that are in there, and give us feedback on it. Oh, that's a good question. Will they need to start a new campaign?
No, not at all. No.
Good.
He says confidently, and I'm thinking that's probably.
You said that so confidently.
No, it'll all be fine.
It'll all be fine. Can you change the world capacity for single player to 10k? It's hard making a good tech with only 5k on PS4. Visual Gamer 2022. Do you want to take the lead on this one, or do you want me to? I don't mind.
Can do.
I'll take the lead.
Go for it.
So the reason the block limit is there, we say this every stream, and I don't mind repeating myself, but I will for the sake of brevity, or lack of brevity actually, because it's quite a long-winded way of saying that basically the block limit is there to ensure that the game runs as smoothly as possible on consoles. So on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the Nintendo Switch. The reason that there's not such a limitation on the Steam version or the PC version is because Steam don't have the same restrictions when it comes to publishing on their platform. So or Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo have certain criteria or certain certifications that your game has to go through in order for you to even publish your game on their platform. And if your game doesn't adhere to their sort of strict, and they are very strict, kind of criteria, then yeah, you don't stand a chance. And one of those criteria is performance. Your game has to perform to a certain standard. That means it can't crash. It can't get below an unreasonable frame rate. I mean, there's a bit of leeway with that, but your game can't seem to be going like juddering all the way through, because that's just not fun. And it looks bad on the Switch as well. I mean, on them, it looks bad. They can't have bad games that run poorly on their platform, which makes sense. So, the reason that it's there, like I say, is to make sure the game runs as smoothly as possible at all times. And if we were to increase it or remove it entirely, then that may mean that the game gets removed from the Xbox store or the PlayStation store or the Switch store, and we may not be able to publish the game. We may not be able to have that game on that platform at all. So the roundabout way of me saying that it's there for a reason, and we've tested it to within an inch of its life, and we've eked as much performance of that as we can, and that's sort of where we're up to with it, I'm afraid. So yeah, that's kind of it. We'll move on because there's a lot we could talk about with that, but we want to get stuck into the Fortress Challenge. Charmoney says, aren't new stations needed with the new radar?
So they are. I need to double check. but I'm pretty sure it's just swap out of the models, so that doesn't require a reload. But I could be wrong.
I think you're right. I'm backing you on this one, Dave. I think the
Top people were on the case.
I think we would have been told by Django or Beltane or even Rob, people that are much cleverer than us, would have told us.
And now you've invoked their names, we're probably wrong, but
Yeah.
it's fine.
But yeah, ultimately it's not a problem.
There was a related question to the whole the block limit side of things. It's the same with the invaders and some of the missions. So for some of the consoles, some of the mission techs were a bit too big. So on consoles we had to scale them down a little bit so that they fit within the same rules. So it's that cert thing so that it doesn't tank the consoles. That's why some of the enemies are a little bit smaller, but still difficult. We've reworked them to make them still as hard.
Absolutely. So it's still the same TerraTech experience. Visual gamer then says, is it possible to nerf the Almighty Cube? Nah, that's the fun of Almighty Cube. It's hard. It's meant to be hard. The funny story about some of those harder missions, they may seem hard, and that's because they are, but we were told we were sort of, one of the bits of feedback that we had from the community was that there wasn't enough sort of end game content that you'd get to at the end. You'd do all the missions, you'd unlock all the blocks, all the
Licenses.
Thank you, and that'd be it. So yeah, like I said, we wanted to add something a bit more challenging. Once you had unlocked everything, like how can you put your tech to the test? So things like the Almighty Cube missions, the what's the really ridiculous one in the desert biome that's just 0 point hollow is just ridiculous, but for a real good reason. There's a battle arena one as well that's just got tons of 0 point weapons. That's just impossible. Yeah, good fun.
Equally, whenever we release something, we get pretty much evenly it's too hard and make them harder. So it's confusing for us.
But that's a good spot to be in.
Yeah.
You'd rather be slap bang in the middle than either way.
Definitely.
Anyway, right. I'm going to load into a game, and I'm going to switch to this. And we're going to see it now. Now?
Or no?
No.
Or no?
How about now?
Now?
Can we do now?
No.
Oh, the game crashed. That's what's happened.
Oh.
We had a crash. I was getting way too confident. But let's just close that. All right, let's try again. So there are some questions there. How long does it take to get to Hawkeye module? I just want what's the Hawkeye module?
Do you mean the Hawkeye license mission?
Potential.
In which case, that is... I mean, depending on how long you've been playing the game for, I guess most of the levels... You can open up most of the licenses within about 4 or 5 hours. If it's time we're talking.
Let's try again. Ready? It's a black screen on our side as well. Which is, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah. Right, TerraTech audio is quite high, so let's just bring that down a smidge just so we can be heard. Okay, so I'm going to load in. I'm going to load into the Fortress Challenge. So the first up on this week is Aardvark. 1, 2, 3. I hope this is a snapshot that I can just whiz into the snapshot folder. And we're back, everybody. So here's Fatui, is surrounded by the soon-to-be enemies. Are there any other questions that I'm missing there, David?
I don't think so. So we're looking at so some tips for the bridge troll.
Bridge troll or
fighting the bridge enemy. Yeah, I mean some of the weapons. There's a question here about like getting some of the weapons from some of the enemies early. Kind of a bit of a mixed bag. If you take down a big enemy, then I mean it's kind of the whole point of the game is that you can scavenge those weapons and then use them later. So yeah, some of it might be a little bit unbalanced in some ways, but it kind of is the charm of it, really.
That's sort of the whole one of the biggest game mechanics of TerraTech is
Exactly, yeah.
Salvage.
Salvage. New word.
I mean, like, I kind of got mixed up between
scrapping and salvaging. It's sticking now. Salvage.
Nice. Lovely. Right. So here we go. This is the Fortress Challenge. This is the big fort. This is by Aardvark 123. Let's just have a quick look around it. You know, it's be rude not to.
Yeah. Nice tower there with power pylons.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's the big batteries in the middle.
Yeah. Precariously placed. Although these ones that don't explode, so we should be okay.
Nice use of skins as well. Some of the weapons.
That's a bit more variety to it. Scrap guns. Yeah. Cool. All right.
Nice.
So now I need to remember how to set everybody to a bad guy.
Do we need to charge this up first then?
I'll give it a bit. I'll set all this enemies first, and then we can. Right.
Secret typing.
Secret typing. We're now in. Oh no! Oh no! Cool.
So is this a scientifically calibrated number of enemies where
Yep. Oh yeah. This was
heavy duty research is
Yep. Absolutely trial and error. Right. So let's give it
this one.
a mess one. Yeah. This is why you have a double team on this.
And you're a sidekick.
Cool, right. I think we're ready to go. Let's just give them a few more moments to get past.
About 50%. Well,
that should be all right. Yeah. I'm really nervous about this one, Dave.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine, right? Okay. And we
don't say the secret
maybe
word out loud.
the word out loud. That's fine. Okay, right.
Oh.
So the trick here is to target the ones furthest away, and they'll come in and fight us. Okay, here we go.
Rockets. Wow.
Heavy duty rocketing. How's Fatui? Fatui is fine. This is some heavy. There's heavy duty.
The walls.
Oh no. Okay, so the walls are actually taking damage. That's good. Well, not good.
It's not great. It's not the best news.
Not good news for Fatui. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Everything will be fine. Just don't look directly into the blast.
Just keep on firing, and everything will be okay. Okay, yeah, this has got pretty decent firepower, so I don't think this is in much.
Not many of them left.
No, it's safe to say this has survived. I just need to target each one down now. Yeah, I do like these missiles. Having the missiles higher up, we saw it last week with it was just a big tower of missiles that just sort of rained fire from above. Having them be able to arc properly all the way out makes such a difference. Cool, right, so Aardvark 123 has pretty much smashed it. Let's see how much battery they've got left. Not even, I mean, if anything, they've gained battery.
They've been charging.
They've just been having a holiday. I mean, we can have
a couple of. Did any blocks fall off?
I don't think so.
Kind of, it's difficult to tell.
With this big side piece here.
Difficult to tell with all the carnage around the fort, but yeah.
Cool. We do have a question from Titanfall 2 Titan Maker. Good name, by the way, on Twitch. When is the resource radar going to be added to the Xbox version of the game in the next update? So we've just had an update about a month ago. We had an update on Xbox, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Definitely released an update on Xbox a month ago.
20th of October.
20th of October is when it released. You can even check the Xbox and it'll say that's when it was released.
Yeah.
But we are looking. So the ones I think just come out. It's a month away. So we're about a few months away from the next update. But basically what I'm trying to say is, the resource radar and the wasteland biome
should be.
Due to go in.
We haven't finalised what's going to be in there yet. But that should be a safe thing to put in. Yeah.
Cool. So Aardvark 123 has made it through. Congratulations, Charmoney. You are up next. Charmoney, I know you're in chat. Do you want me to do the one that you've posted in the thread, in the submissions thread, or do you want me to post? Do you want me to use the one that you used that you sent me as a direct message? I hope they're the same thing. What we saying, Charmoney?
Yay! I think that was in. They're up next. Should be the same. Should be the same.
Should be this. Cool. Okay, so let's subscribe to that. So it's in tech. Workshop item. Here we go. Right, so let's get the 2 out of the way, and let's plot.
I'm so glad those go to the top of the list.
Yeah,
When you subscribe.
right. Ooh, come on, that letter.
You're looking at the wrong screen.
Yeah, fine. I'm guessing that's the entrance. Yeah, that has to be the entrance.
Yeah.
Charmoney, this looks perfect. This looks amazing. It's got a
very-
roof.
Very
Right.
cube-like.
So how do we get in? Oh, there's just a door there. I'm
Just a
just
door.
blind. Oh,
Just a door.
right.
It's the black door on the black background in the black side
Yeah.
of the black cube.
Okay. I like that it's perfectly Fatui shaped as
Oh,
well.
nice. Oh. Careful with the wheels.
Brilliant. That's amazing.
Don't
Okay.
scrape the paintwork.
And now we're in, but I can't see. Okay. Right. So he's well. Oh, there's an up.
Wow.
There's an underground. So if I do, he's well in place.
There's no chance anybody's going to
Yeah.
get that.
Okay. Right. That's very well fortified. I mean, that is literally the definition of fortification, right?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Charmoney. This is all the black box. Per Charmoney, who is in Twitch chat. Make sure to press X to drop the door. Of course. Door is closed. Is it? There we go.
Fantastic,
Yeah,
yeah.
door is closed. No, don't go into photo. I'll go into photo mode in a second. We want everything to open up. We want to give it a chance to just sort of charge all this stuff up.
It's now a big, bubbly, lit up.
Black box, yeah. This is awesome. Right.
Yeah.
It's got Teslas. Okay, so it's got Teslas.
Oh.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem because they auto fire. Has lots of Teslas. I don't quite know what to do about that.
Okay. So. Photo mode doesn't freeze the game, does it? Does photo mode freeze the game?
Move enemies away, but then I'd have to move them in closer. I think we'll be alright.
I think you just need to click quickly, which is easy for me to say.
That could have gone,
once.
that could have gone sideways. Right. Nope.
Not that one. Right.
Cool. So let's just set everyone to bad guys. Okay, so Tesla calls. Okay, right.
Quick, faster.
I'm going as quick as I can.
Let's spawn extra enemies in.
Right. Is that what we do?
Yeah. No.
I don't know if I've got any in my.
Oh no! Don't worry. Don't worry. There's only 2.
Okay. Simply click faster, Dave. Right. Okay. Right. That's fine. I think that should be okay.
Do the faster clicking.
Okay. Right. Here we go.
Right.
Hopefully.
This is.
Yes. Okay. Right.
And rockets as
We're
well.
just gonna we're gonna go with it, guys. This isn't an art. It's a science. This isn't a science. This is an art to doing this sort of thing. Either way, I strongly suspect those little techs that it demolished wouldn't have made a huge amount of difference because Charmoney is a very good builder, a good prospector.
No rockets being wasted as well. They're all
Yeah.
going off in different directions.
Okay, right. Come back here,
As
please.
soon as I say that, they all start going in the same direction. But oh, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
Okay.
They're staying away now.
They
They're
are.
scared.
What?
They're scared of the Tesla coils.
That's what it is.
Yeah. They feel fear.
They feel nothing.
You again.
What's that?
That's from Charlie and Chocolate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the child-friendly Charlie in the Chocolate Factory where Willy Wonka has a
Meltdown.
Yeah, meltdown. Nice from the because it's chocolate.
Yeah.
Which
my
I mean,
intention.
the self-damage seems a bit brutal. What self-damage? The self-damage of the enemies? Because this isn't taking a jot of damage.
No. Yeah, it's holding up pretty well.
Well, I think it's safe to say that Charmoney passes the test. Let's just clear up the final.
There's still
final
some
pieces.
enemies twitching in the distance.
And then
they're dead. They're all dead.
Charmoney has absolutely smashed it. Good stuff.
Well done.
Charmoney, if that is your real name. Good stuff. So, how this is going to work? We did offer the prize. If you were able to complete the Fortress challenge, you could get a special Discord role that gave you access to the. Come on, brain, work. Use words. We gave you access to a special channel in Discord where you can talk about how awesome you are at doing TerraTech challenges. So what we're going to do is at the end of the challenge, when everyone's had a chance to have a go, we will award those roles accordingly. At this rate, there have been absolutely 0 failures, so that channel is going to get filled up very quickly. But that's exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. So next up is Sorry, Mecca with another tower. I do like a tower fortress.
These digger buckets on.
Yeah. Are they going to close the door? They're going to close the doors. This is clever. This is clever because they know I'm just going to hold spacebar down, and they're going to close. Right, let's get inside. We'll see what the crack is. So I'm assuming there's not much going on in here. At the very least, you could have given them a television or something, or a monitor to.
How's you going to see the enemies dying around it?
Anyway, let's go into options. Let's just get everything to load up instantly. Shouldn't make things a bit quicker to charge.
You do have Tesla coils again, so
yes,
not to put you under pressure. But
it's fine.
click fast.
A lot of them have had Tesla coils as well, so
Okay.
This seems to be the cool thing to do.
What all the kids do.
So while that charges up, I'm going to do the thing. You gonna shoot him?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Let's set you back to the normal guy then. In the meantime, I'll do the one furthest away.
Sneaky peripheral. It's on all the edges.
Now. Oh, it's still just shooting. What is it shooting at?
I think it's because it's got a better range.
Right, fine. Let's just
click, Matt. Click. For all your worth. 4 more.
Done. That's honestly the most stressful thing in the entire world.
And nary an enemy died.
I think this guy is not looking too good.
I mean, that green explosion's supposed to be there, right?
That's just scenery, isn't it? We've not given it a huge amount of time to charge up.
No. Didn't you put...
It's fine.
No, it's fine.
It's fine. Right. Sure. Let's go. Yeah. Woo! So here we go. So this is Mecca's. Okay, here's Mecca's tech.
Nice.
I'm not giving it a tour yet.
Oh, we missed the door close. Oh, we can see the doors closed now.
Hang on.
That's very nice.
That is very nice. Do you know what? That gets an extra thumbs up from me. Do you want to give him a thumbs up for that, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Right. Why isn't?
Oh.
The thing didn't thing.
You didn't do the thing. Oh. I'm too busy with the thumbing up.
Now I feel like a fool. Right, come on. Let's just shoot the bad guys.
So again, what's the top of the tower? Is it just the big tower of batteries at the top?
We can have a look. Once
Yes.
Once we've done it. Come on, come here, big guys.
This one seems to have attacked the big ones first, which is great. But...
Yeah, get that guy.
Is it just cabs? It's just cabs, that's what it is. It's just not killing cabs. That's cool. Just picking them apart.
Okay, so this has barely taken a jot of damage.
I don't think any of them have got near to it yet.
Maybe because that massive pile of debris that was on the floor didn't help.
Possibly.
It's fine. This is fine.
Everything's fine.
But anyway, this was actually quite quick to be fair as well. Awesome.
Well, that's the air defense as well, with the firing of the lasers straight up as well. That's a nice touch.
Let's just go into photo mode and just see what is up here. The laser that points to the sky.
Useful for air defense.
Yeah. This tower has just
a
block.
tower of...
Purely aesthetic.
Tower of armor.
No function. But it looks great.
Mm.
The attention to detail is...
Let's see that door in action again.
You ready?
Yeah. And he's
That's genuinely really clever.
Mm.
I like that a lot. None of this pressing X malarkey with explosive bolts. Just hold spacebar. Awesome. Well, Mecca, you have earned your title of challenge champion. Congratulations. Next up is Tanki Derp. So I'm just going to learn in Tanki Derp.
okay.
What's chance there, Dave?
I'm just having a look. There's a lot of text here, but I'm not sure what's going on.
What are we saying? Jason and kids or immature teens at 65. Okay. Sounds like there's some beef going on. Oh, okay. So someone might sort of complaining that someone stole their tech in multiplayer, which isn't ever nice. Let's be fair.
Yeah, it sucks a little bit, especially when you put a lot of hard work into building.
How do you get tech of the week? That is a really good question.
Build an awesome tech.
Yeah,
that's step one.
Yeah. Step one, then
step two, profit.
Yeah. Yeah. Pop it on, yeah. So basically, the only thing you can really do is submit it to the Steam Workshop. If you're on the Steam Workshop, if you're on Steam, and then I will go in and I will pick what I think is the coolest tech of the week. If I can be honest, there is no science behind it. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I literally just I find a cool tech.
What's the lab coat for then now? That you put on every week.
Personal use.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, personal science, man. JG says, I got tech of the week by just building something cool and you got noticed, and then yeah, tech of the week. Charmoney says maybe have mod of the month.
That's a good idea.
That's a good idea. We usually do like a mod showcase. Do you remember we do a mod review every month, a mod review stream, where we kind of showcase some of the awesome mods. What did I do? We've not done one of those for a while, but I will endeavour to start those up once the Fortress challenge is finished. I wanted to get through this first because it's quite a fun thing. No, don't charge up the bad guys.
They're all on the same team.
Okay, so this is a multi-stage thing. So we have stage 1, stage 2.
Oh, are these drones?
Yeah.
It's going to fire off.
So let's get for 2 into the fort. Is this another one with fancy doors? I think it is. I see some...
some more bolts.
Right, now that for 2 is in, let's get set that to power up instantly, and then we'll take a look around. What else can we see? So there's 2 entrances, a back door and a front door. Hoping they're both set to the same explosive bolt timer or sequence. Which they are. Yeah, 3, that's fine. So there's 3 different explosive bolts at play. Interesting. Plenty of healing bubbles, plenty of shield bubbles, plenty of firepower. I feel like this could be quite a straightforward victory. Let's see where the batteries are almost fully charged. That's slightly worrying that we've only got
a little bit
minimal battery. Well, not minimal, but anyway. Oh no, there's okay. Well, let's see how we got on.
Perfectly balanced.
Perfect.
What could go wrong?
So I'm going to firstly set everyone to be bad guys. There's no Tesla claws that can ruin the day.
Looking good so far.
Right, that seems to be everybody. What I'm now going to do, let's go here, go here. Oops.
So Jujibas asks, what's the plan for next week's stream now? Is it going to be more thoughts?
More thoughts, maybe. We are planning on doing something a bit special. But that's all a bit to be confirmed. So the best way I can describe it is it will either be the Fortress Challenge, which we already know is pretty awesome, or it may even be something. The other thing that we have planned that may come about
is it
will
awesomer?
Be more awesomer.
Ah. That would be good.
Yeah. So trust me, whatever it is next week is going to be as awesome, if not more awesome, than the Fortress Challenge. Oh gosh, sorry, I just botched the mic.
No, 20% more awesome.
Right. So first thing I'm going to do is hold down spacebar, and I'm going to hit X 3 times because I know there's at least 3. I'll just smash X.
Yeah.
And what happens? 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
right.
all the doors falling.
The doors are falling off. The doors are falling off.
Falling off.
That's not maybe what was meant to happen.
Maybe the X pressing was too fast. Oh no, the doors are. One door's coming back up.
Interesting.
It's got a mind of its own.
Let's just start. Okay, so for some reason the enemies they despise this tech. All the enemies have decided to gang up on this particular fortress.
Yeah.
Those doors are still helping protect the technology of the fortress, though. Yeah.
I didn't see what happened to the drones. I think they may have been early sacrifices.
Well, there's one stuck there.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't know what happened to the drones. That's very embarrassing.
Are you still safe in there somewhere?
Yeah. Come on. We don't know. Okay, batteries are still at full.
Yeah. We've got some. I didn't notice that at the beginning there's lots of these plasma flame jaws across the bottom.
Yeah, that's keeping the mana range. How's for 2E? They're encroaching slightly. If they had any better firepower,
yeah.
If they were able to get a bit of line of sight on him.
Getting a little bit of flickering. Oh, but
so
the scrap pile around the fortress is growing. A good sign.
Cool. So let's just focus these guys down.
Oh, don't steal their blocks.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, we have a road drones flying away.
Go, come back! He's got anymore. He's got anymore. He will be.
Oh, now we have to have a court martial.
Yeah. So now it's just. I mean.
Oh, seasonal.
The frame rate isn't great. Frame rate's okay. Actually, it's been worse. Okay, so I think.
Is 2, 3 enemies maybe? Yeah.
Safe to say it survived.
Yeah.
All the battery's starting to go down a bit.
We had a couple of moments where it was panicked. But I think
maybe if we reload it, we can see how the doors are meant to work when it's not absolute carnage.
Yeah.
So clean these last ones up.
2 more.
I think it's everyone. Okay. These
seems to have done a good job of disarming the enemies. Took out their weapons first.
You may be giving the AI a bit too much credit there, Dave.
They have thoughts and feelings and fears.
Oh yeah,
we also imbue them with intelligence. So
I'm just going to quickly reload this just so we can see it in daytime, and I'm going to reload this tech just so we can see the doors work fully. What was JT? Sorry, JT was supposed to ask some question. Did you answer, didn't you?
Yeah, it was next week's stream. So
next week.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm quickly whiz through this. Oh, there's that. I'm not going to bother trying to recharge anything. Let's just.
You're supposed to build beam the doors. You're only supposed to build beam the doors off.
You're supposed to build beam the doors. Oh, into place. That's the first drone. Those are the second drones. Oh, that's a turret that gets dropped. Interesting. And the drones fly off.
And then
doors.
Oh, do you then take control of the doors and build them back in? Oh. Okay.
Oops.
Oh, so that's a little bit
Okay.
more complex than we thought. It's almost there. It's like
I'll be honest, in the heat of the battle, this probably wouldn't work.
Yeah.
I appreciate the
Great idea, though.
yeah,
The aesthetics are lovely. Fits in, just like Tetris. I expect that whole wall to disappear when you put the block in. You see, safe as.
they actually.
Safe.
I feel like they could be lower though. They could have lowered down a little bit more. Doesn't matter. You get the gist. That's what it's meant to look like.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
Who could
It would
ask
probably
for
work
that?
with the moving mod. What's the moving mod? What does a moving mod do? Anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's reload this game save. And next up is Tachyon. Is that how you would pronounce that?
Oh,
Remember
where
that
are we
right?
looking? Moved too fast. I couldn't see that. Sorry.
Ooh,
yeah,
this looks
exactly.
fun.
Grumpy. Is it Cerebro? That's clever. You managed to load a different game up in the background.
Yeah, I double clicked blindly and loaded it in. Mod can make anything work. Pistons, swivels, you can basically make anything, almost anything move.
They can.
Yeah, mods are amazing. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the mods in TerraTech are very good. Right, so let's load this in. Oh, it's big. Right,
Oh.
so it's a fort in the sky.
Oh.
I've noticed one minor problem with this, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt.
I
What are you saying, Dave?
think it might have a weak point.
Yeah. Well, I think we're
It
thinking
might
the
not
same
be.
thing.
It might not be a weak point. It might be its main strength.
There's anti-grab on it for some reason.
Yeah.
Is the idea? Okay, so there's explosive bolts. So what I think is going to happen?
Oh.
We're going to become a
We're going to be
floating
flying
fortress.
fortress.
Oh, lovely little sunroof.
Nice.
Okay, so Fatui is effectively in the fortress.
Wow. So it's not going to need a door.
This is definitely going to break. I'm going to keep it anchored
Mm-hmm.
using the sky anchor. But I will. Don't worry. I will deploy the
explosive bolts.
bolts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Should be interesting. I can't wait.
Let's just see what we're working with. There's some interesting things about it. So there's anti-grav. So obviously, well, let's not ruin it too much. But I think we all know what's probably going to happen as soon as I hit X. And we fire these lovely explosive bolts. I mean, I should have burnt. It was a quiet one, though.
That's lovely.
Smell it?
Not yet.
Does it smell of Greg's?
Smell of grapes.
Greg's. The
Greg's.
bakery.
Oh. Other bakeries are available.
Are there?
Yeah.
Name another bakery apart from Greg's.
Reeves.
You've just made that up.
Is that a local to where I am thing? I
Must
thought
be,
it's a
yeah.
franchise. That's a big franchise, right?
Not in London. If it's not in
Hovis.
London,
Hovis, they're a bakery.
High Street bakery. You know what I mean. Stop trying to bend the rules so you can win. You can win this completely arbitrary argument. Right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to go...
Tappy, 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 secret code.
What?
Yeah.
All these bad guys.
I obviously know the answer to this question, but as part of the rules, did you set like a certain perimeter for the size? Because it's nice that they all seem to fit into the middle of this ring of death.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't. I wasn't that. It was just a fluke.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not that good at planning.
It's very good that they've all fit so far.
All right, so let's go. So I'm going to hit escape. I'm going to hit X. And then we're going to float. And I'm just going to hit spacebar.
Before we do that, though, very importantly,
Yeah.
Pound Bakery is another bakery. Pound Bakery, there you go.
Pound Bakery.
Which
Okay.
doesn't sound made up at all.
You might as well call it Bitcoin Bakery. Or
Jeff the Baker's. You
Yeah.
know Jeff the Baker's.
Matt
not
and
your
Dave,
name.
are you guys a fan of the famous Greg's sausage roll? Oh, that's what I had. I had a Greg's sausage roll for lunch.
So, as somebody who is very, very much not a vegan or a vegetarian, I actually can't say anything nicer. The highest praise. Their vegan sausage rolls are fantastic.
Yeah, they are. The anchor might get
Not
broken.
sponsored.
Debbie, that is a good point. The anchor might get broken, but that is the risk I'm willing to take. Let's go. Right, so all I'm going to do is hit spacebar. I'm going to do the exact same thing with this tech that I did with all the others, which is just to hit spacebar, hold spacebar, and target enemies.
I mean, I didn't even see that. The ramp just disappeared.
Yeah, the ramp didn't last very long. I'm going to target down the bigger ones. Hopefully they'll bring the smaller ones with them.
Yeah. I mean, it is literally untouchable. There's nothing they can.
Yeah, I don't think they have bits of artillery, but not enough to really make a dent.
I'd hazard that even if the anchor was taken out, it's just going to float up.
Yeah.
With anti-grav.
Okay, so the anchor's still going.
Yeah.
Here's a question. The healing bubbles, do they heal the anchor and then that heals the beam, and therefore, or does this have different?
Yeah, that's how it works. It's all the same thing, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure I'm right.
I remember Simon mentioning something about the base having its own health pool or something. It may draw health from.
But I think it heals as part of the same block.
Yeah. Okay.
Through the magic of sight.
Through the magic of TerraTech. I could probably try elevating. I'm going to try elevating once we know we've cleared the.
Oh.
Okay, right. So this was never really in doubt that this wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
But it did. So Tachyon, good stuff. That was actually quite clever. It looks like the door was meant to close.
Oh, it got jammed.
But it got jammed somehow. I can't switch to it either because it is not an AI cam on it. Right, cool. Tachyon, that was really cool.
Yeah.
Let's move on to something else. Next up is Shidoni. Shout out to Shidoni on our Discord server. They're one of our moderators. Best melee weapon will directly damage the base block. Oh, but sorry, but melee weapons. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's how it would work. I've not done it for a while. So, right. Next up, is Shidoni. So that's okay. This is definitely cheating. I'm not going to allow this. I'm not going to stand for this.
This man?
Well, let's see, shall we? So I'm going to move that way. I'm going to load in. This is Shidoni's. This is definitely cheating. So you'll see that's cheating. You can't just have a barrier that keeps them at arm's length. That's just fighting a child and like putting your hand on their head and being like, "You can't hit me."
No.
Doing that. That's what they're doing. No, obviously I'm joking. This is a valid tactic.
Well, weak point with the barrier. Oh no, nice. It's got little bollards, so you can't get
right, here we go. Got to squeeze it in though, right?
Oh, it might be too.
I'm gonna zoom in.
Might be too. Precision driving course.
That
looks too small.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Shidoni, you failed at the first hurdle, literally.
It's a technicality. Oh no.
I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, but chat, what do we think? Do we think that Shidoni should be allowed in? Oops. Actually, I'm going to drive this into the gut, into the depths of the.
I think that's where it's
floor.
supposed to be.
Yeah. And then we're going to switch to the tank, to the fort. Allow Charmoney saying allowed, but Charmoney is a good person. Yeah. That's the problem with Charmoney. They have morals. Us, on the other hand,
that moral compass, it's only going to get you into trouble.
Yeah, Savvy saying it's good enough.
Oh, no, fine.
Whatever. No, this challenge hasn't been too strict. No, you're right, it hasn't. To be fair, none of the challenges have been particularly strict. And it's also not a PvP combat. So Sus Main on YouTube says allow it. Alright, we will allow it. Fine. But we were obviously
this time.
Yeah. But let's just take a quick look around. So these barriers, I'm really intrigued to see how these barriers do. I like they've added. What just disappeared then?
I don't know. It was one of the enemies.
Why did an enemy just? Oh, did I?
Did you right click?
I was right clicking and sending it back to inventory. Whoops. I don't worry. I'll respawn. I'll respawn another
I did notice if you go in to the middle, there's some screens. All the
Oh,
displays,
yeah.
it's decorated inside.
See, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
We appreciate that.
So everything bad we said before about it's all taken back.
Please forgive us. I don't think Shidoni is in chat, but okay, right. So I need to respawn the one with the tech that was there. I hope I've still got snapshots of the enemies now. I hope I
Looks like it.
There we go. Nope, that's not the right one. I don't think it really matters which one we use.
Is that one? Yeah. That was it.
Right, cool. So I'm gonna go. Cool. I'm hoping there's no explosive bolts on this one. I didn't see any.
No, I don't think there was.
I don't need to worry about hitting it.
Yeah. Was that word of warning in chat there about yes, you can still right click when you're in photo mode?
Yeah,
That's the equivalent of mind your head once you've already bumped it, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right, cool. Should we give him a charge, or should we just? I'm gonna hit X anyway. Okay, there is. Okay, fine. Oh, goodness me, there's no frames. We've run out of frames for the frame rate.
Oh, there was.
So there's turrets.
There's turrets. There's
Yeah.
loops. Yeah, there's multi-tech going on.
Yeah.
Those barriers seem to be quite effective.
But it is keeping them in range as well, don't forget.
Are there more enemies this time around? I think it's just stripping cabs off.
Yeah.
That's fine. This will be why the frames. Oh, that's a lot of rockets in one go.
So now we wait. Whoops, I built beam.
Oh, no.
What's going on?
You have one shot.
What's going on? Why are we flying? What's happened?
So with multi-techs, the multi-techs are flying you away.
We're gonna need to reset.
We're going to need to reset.
God damn it.
It's okay.
I hit.
Sometimes spontaneous flight happens.
Yeah. Yeah. That was my fault. I got too arrogant. I switched hands on the spacebar, and in doing so, I wasn't paying attention, and I hit B instead of spacebar, which obviously took me into build beam, which sent me flying. Apparently, I'm not going to take full responsibility for that because it shouldn't fly. I thought no matter how hard you try, it shouldn't fly.
Well, we're saying this after the flying fort that we've just reviewed, so I mean,
I did forget about that.
yeah. I mean, it was minutes ago, so
Yeah.
I can understand.
Back there. Right, let's get back in. Whee! Okay.
What? Driving's improved.
Options that let you power things. I've already had a look around. We don't need to look around again.
Yeah.
Give it a moment. Let's go. Get all you guys, Tony into that, guys. And then we can.
So there's a question at the chat there about how to get permission to chat and the suggestions. I think, is that in the Discord still?
Yeah.
So I think, Matt, you'll probably correct me, but chatting in that isn't really something we've set up because it's
No, but you still need to,
upvotes and downvotes. So
You still-
comment, but
You can comment, yeah. So in order to get the correct role, there is a channel called Roles on our Discord server. If you go into that channel and then you select the emoji or the react, if you basically go to the Roles channel in Discord, and it has it all explained there how you can get the correct role for your so you can post suggestions in the suggestions channel. Right, so let's. I think we've charged up nearly half. That should be enough.
Yeah.
I'm going to do the multi-stage. I'm going to do the explosive bolts after I've set everyone's.
Yeah.
Any more? And then I'm going to ask it.
No.
Let's try again. Don't press B this time, Matt.
So there was some talk in the chat. I can't see where it is now, but there was talk about the fact that maybe the Discord channel suggestion channel isn't being looked at as much. We are still looking at it. We've been talking about today about how we can better look at it and better sort that through that list. So there's a lot of suggestions. So it's going to take us a lot of time, but we are definitely reading through it.
Yeah, so that's a really good point. We're up to about 1,000 suggestions in that channel now, and obviously, as you can imagine, that's a vast number of things just to read. And we're getting a lot basically. So you may or may not have noticed that there's been some sort of big kind of what I call them big ticket items, things like the mini map, things like the resource radar. These are blocks that came out of the suggestions channel. These are things that we've actually been working on since we created that channel, right? These things take a while to develop. So it may seem like we've not done much, but in actual fact, we've done a lot. We did. There's another thing we want to work on, which we've got lined up for the next sort of phase of development for TerraTech is block rotation. When you're in build beam or when you're building, what's the best way to rotate the blocks? So that's the next thing that we want to work on. And again, that was direct bit of feedback that we got from the suggestions channel. So while it may seem like we're not listening, it's because generally these things take a long time to actually develop and integrate into the game. But the fact that we've already done the map and we've done the resource radar, just goes to show that there's I've just come to my mind actually. There's another one that was suggested was more power for co-op games. So for a server host.
Oh, the hosting stuff.
Yeah,
kicking
and blocking and blacklisting, that sort of stuff. So that's another thing that we could work on. But yeah, like I say, it may, in our defence, it may seem like we're not working on stuff, but actually we are, and that's the stuff that we have worked on recently is a direct result of that channel being created. So we're kind of fun little bit of story, a bit of insight as to how we do things at TerraTech. We had a planning meeting today, and we kind of assessed what the roadmap looks like, and what the plan for work looks like for the next few months, really, until the new year.
Yeah.
And we've sort of identified the potential gap for stuff. So what that means is we can, go to the Discord suggestions list, and we can start cherry picking stuff. We can pick stuff from there, stuff that players really like.
But again, we can only whip the coders so hard and can only get so much work out of them. So it does take time. So we'll look at stuff, and yeah, we'll get better at telling you about the stuff that we're working on as well. So.
But this is me telling you that we've done the things that you asked.
We have done the things.
Yeah. Cool. Right. I feel like this is the end of this challenge. What time have we got? Okay, 5 minutes. Probably not enough time to do one more.
No.
So this will be the last one for today. So I'm just going to clear up all this stuff.
So yay for block rotation. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
So yeah, fingers crossed it meets all your expectations.
Right. Who was this? This was Shidoni, I beg your pardon. So Shidoni, you've done it. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Shidoni is a moderator anyway, so they would have this power to chat on that channel on Discord. But I guess it's fair enough that they've taken part.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Let's do this and let's do this. With the push of the button. Cool. Right.
The future.
So there's another reason we have to keep streams to within under an hour now, because then I can use them to rebroadcast later. That's just a bit of a thing. Anyway, what are we talking about? Things that are happening for TerraTech. So yeah, so there's bits and bobs. Again, next week's stream, if it all comes, if anything goes to plan for next week's stream, we'll have. There's something that we're very excited to talk about, but we can't yet, that will give you a lot more visibility on exactly what it is that we're working on and how we're working on it. That's all I can say in a minute, because it's all a bit kind of up in the air.
You can have many guests next week if everything goes to plan.
The one guest that would have been useful is on
Yeah.
holiday.
Yeah,
So
but
maybe
there
we
are
can
other guests.
substitute that guest for many other guests.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's the plan.
awesome. Cool. Vagueness.
Yeah, apologies I can't give more detail than that, but it's for good reason. Right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you ever so much for stopping by for this week's stream, everybody. Thanks to Dave.
Hello.
And tune in next week for either the Fortress Challenge or something really, really, really awesome.
The useful guest.
That's you.
That's me.
Right.
I thought you were the useful guest.
I'm the mediocre guest. Have a great week, everyone. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.